Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Macro Friendly Monday. As always, we're looking for dishes that 1, fit the macros, 2, fit the budget, and 3, taste awesome. And Pork Guisantes, which is what I'm going to show you how to make, is no exception to the rule. This is a Filipino dish that comes together really quickly. It's made with tender pork, green peas, and bell peppers. And basically all you have to do is prep everything, cut everything up, get all your fish sauce, soy sauce, your sauce ingredients ready, and then you literally just one by one throw it into a pan to build some awesome flavor. And this is one of those great dishes for, the colder months. It's a nice, warm, really sticks to the bones. And this recipe actually came in around 600 calories per serving with 35 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs, and that's from, I serve it over rice, and then around 20 grams of fat. So hope you guys enjoy the video and let's get cooking.
All right, so we're starting with our pork. One of the reasons that I actually decided to make this recipe was I got a great deal on a pork shoulder. It was around like $1 or $1.50 a pound, which is crazy good price. And all I'm gonna do is cut these into thin strips and then just trim off some of the fat. I was looking to get a little bit leaner, so you can see I trimmed off some of the bigger chunks of fat. And then all I'm going to do is cut these into little pieces, probably about an inch, inch and a half, and then like probably a 1/4 inch in thickness. And then I'm just going to cut up the rest of this, kind of trim it into pieces. And I'm trying to find a balance between, fat and lean pieces, because fat is flavor, which is one of the criteria, but also, I watch the calories a little bit. So I'm trying to find the balance in between those two. So for the vegetables, I'm just going to throw an overlay of what I cut up, and then we'll start a time lapse right now. All right, now we've got our board of ingredients. So 1 pound of pork, 2 bay leaves, 1 medium onion, some tomato paste, a cup of frozen peas, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tomato diced, a red bell pepper, and 4 cloves of garlic. And now we're ready to build our flavor. And like I said, this is all going to be in a single pan. I like to use a wok. We're going to first saute our red bell pepper, and then all I'm going to do with these is saute them for a couple minutes until they kind of get fragrant. And then I'm actually going to take these out. We'll add them at the end just for some more color, and then the rest of the stew components we'll do all at once. So coming in with our diced onion and our garlic, and then we're just going to break this down, saute it up until it's fragrant and translucent. And normally I would probably throw like salt in at this stage, but since I know we're adding fish sauce, which is salty, and seasoning in and of itself, I'm not going to add any during these stages. Instead, I'm going to wait till the end to add it. So once that's translucent, we're going to throw in our pork and kind of brown that up a little bit. And you can see here when I pull up a piece, you see we've got some nice little brown chunks, and you definitely want those on there. It provides a little bit more depth of flavor. And then one trick to get that brown is make sure your pan's not overcrowded. And now we're going to start coming in and build our sauce. So I'm coming in with a tablespoon of soy sauce, and then coming in with the fish sauce, which is going to give us this nice salty umami flavor. And fun fact, 1 tablespoon of fish sauce has 2 grams of protein, which is pretty impressive to me. Going to keep letting this simmer up a little bit before we start adding the rest of our ingredients. And then next I'm going to come in with tomato, and a lot of recipes use canned tomatoes too. I happen to have a fresh tomato, so I used it. And then I also threw in 2 bay leaves, so those are going to simmer down and provide a lot of nice flavor as well. And then now we got to add our liquids, so I'm coming in with probably about 1.5 cups of water. And then to that, I'm also going to throw in 3 ounces of tomato paste. So that's going to be half of this can. And then all I'm going to do is mix that all together, and then we're going to let this simmer for a while. So this is after about 5 minutes, so I'm bringing this to a boil and just giving it a quick stir. And then I'm going to turn the heat down and let it go for about 20 minutes. In that 20 minutes, you can really see how much the sauce has reduced down to give us that stew texture. And then now we're going to come in with our frozen peas, which, if you didn't know, guisantes is green peas, so that's pork and peas. And after those cook down a little bit, we're going to come back in with our red bell pepper. And who said you could make a stew look pretty? I mean, look at those vibrant red peppers and the green peas in there. They really make it pop. And then, like I said earlier, I wasn't going to add salt in the beginning stages because I've added a bunch of fish sauce. So instead, I'm going to season at the end, taste it. I decided to add a little pepper and salt. And now we're ready to plate. And this is traditionally served over rice. If you want to see how I make my rice, check out my Indian cashew chicken video. I outlined all of my tips and tricks there. And before we enjoy this, let's run through the nutrition and price. And I'm getting 4 servings out of this stew I made. So this is per serving, 600 calories, 36 grams protein, 51 grams carbs, 23 grams of fat, and the price is $172. Cannot beat that. And then as far as the taste goes on this, it's phenomenal. You know, we've got the freshness from those peas and the bell peppers, the onions, the garlic for the aromatics. And then the fish sauce gives us that nice glutamate, which provides that umami flavor, that saltiness. So hope you guys try this recipe. If you've never had pork guisantes before, I definitely would recommend it. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this plate, and I will catch you in the next one.